guys, it's Kritika. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 travel essentials. Basically things I always travel with no matter what. Before I start, we have a sponsor for today's video, an app that I've personally been using for a few months now. It's called Storytel and it's basically an audiobook app having over 1 lakh books in different languages and a lot of other cool features which I'll talk about later in this video. If you want to try out the app, I have an exclusive 1-month free trial link mentioned in the description box below, so do go check it out. And let's just get started with my top 10 travel essentials. My first essential is kind of a no-brainer, but they're neck pillows. I love sleeping on flights or anywhere actually, and we all know that flight seats aren't the most comfortable, so neck pillows are great for that. And also eye masks are something I always carry with me to get some good sleep and also for some added cuteness. Next on my list are travel packing cubes. When I first heard about them, I didn't really get the point of complicating packing with so many bags, but when I tried them out, I have to admit they're the ultimate travel organizers. If you haven't heard of what these travel packing cubes are, they're basically like these pouches. They come in different sizes and they help you organize your things in different categories. For example, I like putting all my tops together, my pants and bottoms in a separate pouch. I use this smaller pouch for my swimsuits and undergarments, and I sometimes even use one of these pouches for some of my equipment that I check in. So once you pack your things in the travel cubes, you can just stack them on top of each other in your suitcase and all your things remain super organized. I also feel my clothes remain ironed when I put them in travel cubes, so that's an added benefit as well. My next travel essential is a bit unusual, but they're audiobooks. I absolutely love reading, but unfortunately when you're already traveling with so much stuff, and in my case a lot of camera equipment, there's no space for books. I normally used to carry my Kindle with me on most of my trips, but if I'm being honest, most times I wouldn't even take it outside my backpack because when I'm traveling I just like being outside, and on flights I just like resting my eyes and I don't really end up reading much. So in comes Storytel. I actually heard of Storytel before they even reached out to me. One of my YouTuber friends, Saheli, I'll leave a link to her channel in the description box below. She actually gifted me an audiobook on the app and asked me to try it out. I read the book 12 Rules for Life, and since then I've honestly just been hooked to audiobooks. Like I mentioned before, Storytel has over 1 lakh audiobooks and ebooks on the app, and you can access all those books for just Rs 2.99 a month. They have books across different categories like fiction, biographies, crime, economy and business, and my favorite, personal development. They have books in different languages too apart from English, like in Hindi, Marathi, Urdu and Bengali. So if you speak a language but can't really read it, then you can still listen to an audiobook in that language, which I think is a really cool feature. You have the option of saving the books offline as well, which is so useful when you're traveling on flights or to remote locations and don't have internet. Another feature that I love is that the app has a sleep timer. I usually end up falling asleep while listening to audiobooks and podcasts, so you can choose the time you want to play the book for and set a sleep timer and it'll automatically stop. Normally, Storytel offers a 14-day free trial, but if you click on the link in my description box, you can get a 30-day free trial. So if you love reading, definitely give this new way of reading a shot. The next item on my list are debit and credit cards. Now I know what you're thinking, of course you need your card to pay for things, but that's not what I'm talking about. Some debit and credit cards give you complimentary access to airport lounges, and that is such a nice convenience to have if you travel frequently. I used to think that airport lounges are only for people flying business class and first class, but your card can actually get you access to it as well. Airport lounges provide a ton of facilities like free food, Wi-Fi and comfortable seating among other things. I primarily use it for the free food. They usually have a very nice buffet spread and the food is quite delicious as well. Also, the comfortable seating is great for while you're working at the airport or just to chill. So my debit card, which I've had for a few years now, has always had this feature, but I only found out about it a few months ago and I felt like such an idiot because I could have just been eating free food at the airport instead of paying for food. So yeah, so many of us have credit cards and we don't know what privileges come along with it. So do check with your bank if your card offers that facility as well. And if not, you can just Google which credit and debit cards offer this facility and consider getting one for yourself. Also, if you travel abroad a lot, you could consider getting a priority pass for yourself. which gets you access to over 1200 airport lounges throughout the world. I got mine complimentary with my credit card, but this is something you can pay for as well. I was looking it up online and I found a few articles which list out debit and credit cards in India that give complimentary lounge access, so I'll leave those in the description box below in case you want to check it out. I'm one of those people who feels cold all the time, so I always carry a jacket or a scarf with me to wear at airports and inside flights. I feel flights especially are really cold, so it's a good idea to carry a jacket, and they also look very cool and fashionable. So even if you're wearing random clothes, a jacket makes you look more put together. In an effort to reduce my plastic use and stay hydrated, I always carry a water bottle with me. The one that I use now was actually gifted to me by a subscriber of mine, and I love carrying it around. Airports usually have water fountains, so I always refill my bottle there and keep sipping on water frequently. Speaking of staying hydrated, flights are actually quite bad for your skin and really dehydrated, so I love carrying face mists with me. For some reason, I have two of them with me now in my bag, one from Aven and the other from Innisfree. But basically, I just spray it on my face after my flight, pat my face dry, and my skin starts feeling fresh again. Next on my list are my many cameras. I always carry this huge backpack which fits most of my equipment. Usually I carry about 3 or 4 cameras and 2-3 tripods with me because I'm always vlogging. But apart from that, I have my laptop as well because I typically work on the go. So this is an absolute essential for me. Another thing I always have with me in my bag are Listerine breath strips. Before I discovered these, I used to carry mouthwash with me, but unlike mouthwash, these are so tiny and easy to carry and really lightweight, and they are especially great for long flights when you want some fresh breath after a long nap. Last on my list are a bunch of miscellaneous items I've noticed I always have in my bag. So I always carry my lip balm, actually a lot of lip balms, a hand sanitizer, my earphones, a portable charger which is very important, some basic medicines, a couple of locks for my bags, some snacks because hunger can strike anytime, and a universal adapter. So that's all for this video. Those were my top 10 travel essentials, and I hope you found some of these points useful. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, comment and share this video, subscribe to my channel, press the bell button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!